Cram, 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 cram course. Put the C down, ram. Put the R down, I am. They call me, my intergalactic name is A6369. OCECT. Ram, ram, ram. OCECT. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Raise yourself like this because you are alive as a human being and you've got just big thighs. Sorry, I'm not good at this. I have been good at rhyming, like spontaneous. I remember it was before the announcement of COVID-19, and I did used to go and like hang out, right? And you're just, what are you doing? You have friends that you smoke weed with and hang out, and always there would be that techno music in the background, right? And it would always be just kind of, it's kind of cool. It's just a, to me, it's just a foundation, and you can start really playing with it with whatever keyboard and all this shit. And of course I don't have my keyboard with me, so but and it's really boring, right? I mean, people are not really, I don't know. I love playing music. There's nothing like that, and doing above average stuff than just, you know. I use marijuana for meditation, but anyway, let's get back to. I ended up going there, and so whenever there was a conversation, I would pop up and I would rhyme with the beat, and it would be like this. It would be like right on my feet, and it was I would stay in with the conversation, but it was such a sensation because Howard, did you just say that like in real time? I'm fucking yeah, I'm fine. And they're like, okay. I'm always very kind of, I don't know. I try to fit in, not really. I'm not that paranoid. I'm me. I'm an Aries rising 6 degrees. Yeah, anybody who was an Aries that was born with the particularly babes that fucking early degree that where this aspect that happened not long ago and but it's still there. It's plain a day. And no, it's just getting hot and heavy for me, being a 6 degree C, but if you were a 3 degree, 1 degree, still very valid, big time at 1 degree. Oh my God, I can't imagine it. But 0 degrees is really where it's at. Babes, we're doing a reset. The entire organism now, what you're doing here with this, it's a screen. They used to call it a screen, but it's actually a monitor. See, the screen, it's trying to sift out and it wants to find out. See, what falls through isn't it? What stays up is being buoyant with the truth, and they're not like falling into like thinking that somebody is actually there. Like when you hear. See, it's mainly hearing that you're experiencing a movie or the TV set. If you think about it, when you close your eyes, there's a lot of sound, right? Now, but see, really, technically, you're understanding things. They're saying things. You're putting it together. There's music, and but see, the imagery is very thin, right? You go up, and it's just a light. It's called illumination, by the way. You're doing all illumination there. See, that's why I said cram course right now. You got to learn. It's not information. Those are two words right there. What's information is solid. See, I'm a military general that I am interdimensional and I live in outer space also. And I'm here and I look like a Barbie doll. Go figure. A lot of us from the Pleiades constellation are looking this way. If you know about your extraterrestrials, then you, if you're using this right, you're looking at that. It's maybe some people, what are you doing? Really? Are you fucking following politics and watching car commercials on their beds? This is not for you. Go back to your fucking TV set over there and do your one-sided, I am a draconian reptilian robot. And by the way, do you ever want to get out of that enslavement that you're doing there? You are contributing to the backdrop that they call the world over there. That, here, let me go get some information for you. I'll hit pause because I know how. Okay, so what I do is I point out the vitality of things. Okay, so here's the question, you guys. Now, but here's the problem. Do you see that image? That's not the world. That's the earth. See, this right here is like, oh damn, this pamphlet has a very, very good intention, but if you don't get the symbolism right or the words right, nope, didn't get it. we're still kind of chugging at the trajectory of hell, and we're going to plunge into the dark ages. That's the way communications really is. Yeah. And if anybody here watching this that has known me, that knows who I come from, my family, who are all dead, by the way, those are my best friends, by the way. I am longing for my friends who are 50 years older than me, 40, and we had conversations, man. And it's like, okay, nobody's really going to have a conversation with me here in 3D. All of my friends are dead. And here's another thing. I'm still in contact with them. They're very, very much on my side and with me. It's remarkable. And when you stay alone long enough, and see, ladies and gentlemen, I have been alone long enough to where I don't care about you. And you're going to take that personally, right? Somehow, some way. And it's like, no, what I mean is like when you're just not in my life. I can only care for people who are in my life, really. Really, there's a real life reciprocation I'm capable of doing, and I have showed up for people. But you know what's happening with me right now, and it kind of happens with a lot of us 50 years old. We would like people to show up for us now. It's actually happening for the Aries more than ever. You know, because the Aries side of the organism, Aries in general, the I am, that's the one who first responds. They're called the first responders, by the way. And if you line up like 50 freaking firefighters and people who work as a first responder, technically, is if they are really enjoying their job and doing it correctly. I say that because the government makes them stand down and makes them go against their faculty, and they're like, what? They're like, we'll pay you more. Just shh, let it burn, or let that person uh, don't do your job right. Anyway, but it used to be, okay, so no, those people are daring, right? They run towards the fire. They are splitting traffic and driving through. They are prominent Aries most of the time. Out of 50 of them, 45 of them will have a prominent Aries. They can't, they are the livers, man. Liver. They're the ones, they're the doers. They're the ones that take you on a journey. If you get next to one, you're like, whoa, it's like a fire burning. They are a fire, they are the human spirit, period. If you pass up the I am, which is the very first birthing, rules the head first. You're born head first, and it rules the baby. It's the baby of the zodiac. See, that's who I am. That's how I am. And a lot of people are abusing this baby. I'm thinking, God, and you just set baby in the corner when they start crying, huh? Because when an Aries, by the time they start saying, red flag, or whatever, what I mean, is like, tap out, I'm having trouble. Boy, you would have died already. But they're just going, because we're really kind of tough people. I don't know. We're rough and tumble. It's Mars ruled, so it's man ruled, and it's the man's side, and that's what's activating with this Neptune Saturn conjunction. And some people happen to be chosen at a certain time to fucking experience it in such a way that, okay, and who is I was about to say privileged enough, but I don't mean it the way you guys think so. But really, it is a privilege to be able to have been left unfucked with and just left alone, literally in the wilderness, and to gather your own faculties and to have questions about what you're seeing all around you. Like, it started with me very early, though. See, like, for instance, the rigmarole of the Hollywood style presidencies that would first of all be recorded in a certain way, and we're going to do it like this, and really it's it doesn't make sense to think that any of those people have real power over what is actually like very solid and ever progressing. And somehow I just knew this. By the time I was 5, see, my mother has Capricorn rising, and she's kind of caught up in it, the political world, and actually votes for presidencies and stuff. And then she gets all, everybody gets all fucking, yay, no, this person knows what they're saying, they're going to save the world. And then it's like, no, did you notice by the end, everybody's just disgruntled and driven mad even more? And everybody's like, well, let's do it again. It's like, isn't that insanity? Yes. Would you stop the insanity? And then you hear the insanity of, well, if you didn't vote, you can't complain. It's like, what are you talking about? When you voted, you have no fucking say so now. You have just given yourself away. So let's get back to this. See, it's unfortunate, right, that this, that's the beautiful earth we're on, babes. That's not the world. Fuck. See, if anything, you would see a hand holding a bunch of smokestacks in New York City and Hollywood, and then show like yeah, show that bullshit. Statue of Liberty, and over there the Eiffel Tower, and then stuff like that. And we look at this tattered up fucking old ruins of the Egyptian pyramids over there, and they are continuing to get rid of. In fact, I live on a ruin site. If you're a local, you want me to prove to you something, see, they're hiding certain monuments because if you looked at it, it would change your mind forever. Literally, it would open up both hemispheres of your brain and you would begin to understand, wait a minute, this reality isn't at all what they have kind of been trying to tell me it is. Every mountain here probably isn't really a geological formation. No, this is a ruin site you're on right now. And then if you ever fucking just contemplated with the mind of a child, you can do it. See, I imagine, see, with my OCECT, OCECT, OCETC. See, OC means occupation. ECT means electrokinetic therapy. Yep. I'm the one they sent from the heavens that is designed to shock your ass into it's a therapy. It's like that's what the truth does though. The truth is like they say it'll piss you off at first, but then it'll free you, really. And we know how that works. See, as a musician, I kind of do that. I hit them with like wham, and I'll sound just like Eric Clapton for a reason because a lot of people don't know how to listen to music unless they've heard it over and over and over and over. Those are narcissists. But if you emulate Led Zeppelin or Jimmy Page or anybody like that, they go, they're actually playing something. It's like, yeah, I'll be playing something for him here on out. Do you have a recorder? Listen to it 3 times, but don't call me so early in the morning about it. I already know I have something. Okay, yeah, I can make a lot of money. But where I'm at personally, I mean, with that perspective, I got to get the fuck away from what's going on with me right now. Currently, it seems like that. Yeah, as the Aries rising, I have to change every single aspect. And a lot of people listening to this right now who are trying to hold me down and stuff, and they take my energy and they can care less about this part of me that wants so much more for not just me, babe, but I want so much more for you. There is a movement to delete people like me and the potential coming up generationally. I call it the generational value. Wow. Just hardly minute 13 and I'm fucking cram course today, babes. Cram course. Please don't project on me. And please try and rise up above the draconian society, the backdrop. Now, I had a fucking intense video that I put up, right? This is April 3rd, and I'm probably going to put this on the 4th. And I'm kind of updating some videos, but some videos are going to show up later. And I don't know. It's interesting to see the evolution, what I'm doing. Anyway, because I am going through, I have been turned into a channel. It's very difficult because the people in my 3D reality are just completely clueless. They kind of, I would think that I am convinced that they are from the satanic. Okay, let's get back to this thing. Now, the problem I have with this very fucking title, this problem right there, that's not the world, that's the earth. That's a beautiful thing. But it's not the world. No, no, and those two words, okay, let's do some birds and words, my beautiful sheep. I love you. Come on. Do you see the main word in the word world? You don't have to use the R rule, but feel free to use the R rule. Very important. Yeah. Yeah, because there's the word Lord there. Watch out for them lords. Some words that come up as birds and words are bad words to the sheep, and that's how they know it's not safe. That's why the R rule is there. In fact, the R says, watch out for the reptilian. Yep. The repeat. It's looking just on repeat over there. You're gonna vote for a president again, and then you're gonna upset again, and then you're gonna be. Would you please? Do you want a human civilization, or do you want to just be kept on frozen? Literally, you are. I'm looking at. Okay, wow, they're farming you up. I hope you're watching this, Jackie, Downing, all of you people that are caught. See, this is the real conversation you need to have. How are we going to get out of being fully controlled by these interdimensional beings just outside of the perspective of light here, 3D? They're in the fourth dimension. What, Shauna? Oh, I love making this up. Right here. This is my fucking fifth of vodka. Pardon me while I take a drink. Thank you. Oh, because I don't know what to do, right? I'm on social media and I'm like, hey, I gotta do something. Right now, I'm at 12. I got somebody showing up with some fucking quaaludes, and I'm just gonna get right into it. But in the meantime, I want you to listen to my bullshit. Sorry. I'm a live performing artist from beginning to end. And I also do within that, I can get up on stage and I can play some really good music. I haven't done that yet though. It's been like, oh man, it's been too long. It's just a matter of just getting people that have a passion for holding a certain thing that they're doing rhythmically, bass, and then I'm like, you know what? Can you hold that for a minute? And then see, I like live play. I don't like to bore people with anything happening from the past. Music, okay, so there's something called musicians. Muse comes from the word muse. Muse means too much thought. A lot of narcissists love it. They're like, ooh, you're a muse. You're amusing me. Or something like that. It's like, yeah. But one day you're going to have to get out of that fantasy, your mind that does too much imagination. And so what the musician does, see, there's physicians and then there's musicians. Physicians specialize in diseases of the body, right, that can happen. And musicians are actually dealing with the disease that is the mind. And usually we are mystics. We know what makes music is silence, which is it's a space actually. It's the same space that you were talk about. What I talk about is let's make it to outer space, baby. See, in between, it's that place right beyond the nose. Take your hand away, boom, go. Do the twist. Don't hit the coffee table. Woo! We made it. Did you? It didn't hurt that bad, did it? There you are, 3D. A lot of people don't know what 3D is. I'm teaching people in such a way that probably made like I probably said it 8,000 times in a roundabout way. That's what the master's doing. But I'm beginning to understand, like, okay, in the West, we don't need to beat around the bush that way. Would you please give them the key words? Okay, the goal is to make it to outer space. You're in a spacesuit right now, and outer space is as good as now. That's what reality is. See, do you know what reality is? It's not a thing. It's not. It embraces all things. It is a space. Let's get back to what's beyond the nose, okay? You can even say it's beyond the KNOWS. Now, in case you have a problem hearing me, like how fast I rattled that off, see, what you need to do is you need to like clip it, write it down, maybe etch it in a rice on a rice panel so that you can make copies for your children. Hand it out. I don't know what you guys are doing otherwise. Do you know that you're supposed to like go towards a universal experience, which that's where we are. We're in the universe, and the truth is the same for all. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what people don't know about the truth. Even if it's an unsolid truth, it's like, nope, you'll see. After a while, if you want to graduate into the universe, you'll see that, nope, that's an illusion. Yeah, and then it turns into an onion. Your opinion. I love that the word onion is an opinion because it's like, no, truth is nobody's opinion. It can't be. Otherwise, it's like, failed. And then see, the more that the organism, and it is so fucking far away from knowing anything of how, like, that this conversation is actually really important. Yeah, I only hope that some 12-year-olds or something are listening to it, or a 7-year-old even. Yeah, 7-year-olds know it more, and they're like, oh, thank God. Like, I remember when my mom, she chose a certain moment. Well, it's because that 7-year-olds and 5-year-olds and all of them, they're trying to get away with shit. You know what I mean? And it's like you have to catch them and make them more self-aware. And that's what my mom did. It was at a certain moment that I remember it backed me into the kitchen. I was like, and I went into the darkness and I thought about it. And I was like, what the fuck? She said this. She said it at the right time. My mother was a saint like this. People would, if they're watching this on my Facebook or whatever, they'd pipe up, no, I remember your mother and she helped me so much. Even though she was terminally ill and she sat because she was losing her mobility. I don't know. There was a cure for her illness, but no. Even though see people hung on to her, they wanted to just talk to her. Yeah, it's really important to be a radiator of something that isn't a red herring for the children. And see, for all people, see, we're all children here of God, and do you like the way I say? Do you like the way I say God nowadays? God. You'll see other people do that. I like this one Indian chick, Ramana, whatever her name is, and she talks about narcissism, and she says, and it's not. Anyway, yeah, it's really unfortunate that we're lost in translation. You can't say that this is the world, babe. That's the earth. In it, there's an overlay when you go and you're like, ooh, what's this? It's called an overlay. Indeed, extraterrestrial. Going awry. It's like, what is the programming here? Uh, well, we don't know. They seem to have words that are going right past them. We are putting it right in plain sight. I'm on a channel right now. You have a channel. You won't be watching YouTube without having opened up a channel, right? But did you get turned into a channel? See, the word channel is a word that is like 300 years old. And supposedly we haven't had TVs since then, but no, we have. You don't know how timeless everything is. So, but no, that's they have to put these they stay very close to what it really is as far as their wording. The web is actually a term first heard coined by shamans who they describe the nature of the plasmatic field, space, reality, the thing you're in right now and you're interacting with it with your spacesuit, plasmatic field. They call it the web because it's very interconnected and you see what they do with ravens is they communicate. One will be sitting on the branch. That raven is in communication with another raven who is flying over the ridge. That raven is looking over at another raven who's inside of the camp of the other people. And now they can see each other. Just kidding. But I'm not. I experienced it myself. Is this the same video? This is what you get to experience when you're left alone long enough. Yeah, and you start to get experiences more and more that outweighs the grief of seeking the presence of people. And for some of us, a lot of us, it's like accidental. It's like, well, I've always kind of sought my alone time. I love like locking myself in my room and playing with my ghetto blasters. I was trying to explain to somebody the other day how I manipulated the tapes inside of Ghetto Blaster, which was a tape playing. Some of them were dual. They can record. I can record on it. I made the most amazing recordings. I know my brother listened to it all, and he knows me better about what I'm capable, like how far ahead I've been with the sound thing as far as music and stuff, and uh, I was doing digital delay and playing with myself. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but musicians do duet better. Uh, Digital delay, just repeating a sound that I make and then totally playing with it. I was doing that at the age 7, but I found I was doing it too. I have some recordings and I'm pretty good at the timing anyway. You have to be it's what it's called perfect. You know that perfection exists by the way that there's music. That's why you like listening to it. You're like, there is a God. Yep, and God approves of it. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, it's interesting because there is satanic music and the satanic cult has bothered to alter the very tuning. You know about that, right? That it's not resonating and healing you. It's off a little bit and it's not really going to heal you. See, And some people have what is called perfect pitch, and they can like really dial in, and I've been doing that for all my life. Some people witness. I don't know. I'm just bragging about myself. Sometimes you have to toot your own horn because other people really aren't, and they're well. It's not. You don't take it personally. It's because they're used to something more of the programming, which is because well they are around people that are handing them something that is now, hi kids. I hope there's like a 10-year-old. It's like, did you get away from those people every once in a while? Did you run away? Like, did you really just like, did you set your alarm at 2 in the morning and then get out of the house and go and sit there in the middle of the park and just like, maybe did you notice the frog? I don't know. Have your own experiences away from other people's minds. See, people minds imagining a life to be. There's no people, and pretty soon I'm going to be able to explain that to the kid to where they confirm, thank you. Like I thought I was hallucinating that I was here. Yeah, through other people. It's weird. It's like it's the blind leading the blind, and it's like no, I don't exist in your head. Nope, I don't even exist in my head. I am, and I exist in a field of information called reality. Yeah. Did you know that there's two minds here? There's the mind of God, reality, outer space, the final frontier. It's weird. It's like it's here, and people would deny it. It's like, no, there isn't a God. It's like, okay, well, maybe we should just reorientate them to a better conversation. Say, babe, we're talking about reality. Ria, whenever you see it written, do you want to play the game you're in now? You get your language down, you just tighten it up a little bit. Yeah, yeah. See, you don't have this conversation, right? So it's interesting to really tune everything out. Really, what I mean is meditate and put your entire bodily senses in outer space reality. And all you're hearing is sound now. Includes people talking. And then really meditate. I mean, you can get so deep. You can kind of dial in like, okay, so from where is this person think they're coming from? Why are they talking in the first place? I have been doing this. Hi, people that you haven't been in my life, so you don't know my experiences, and I'm telling you now what I've been doing. I'm a meditator. I meditate. I love fucking meditating. Oh my God. There isn't any reason to get out of the most shallow forms of meditation. In fact, when you meditated, you don't get out of it. You say, no, I want to stay here. I want to stay here in reality. I don't like the mind. No, the mind is weird. See, I did it fortunately through the fact that I play music. And it was 36 years old where I was playing the most. I used to play the drums so good. I still can though. I don't know why I say that, but you have to practice. I don't know. It helps to have people that pull it out of you. They like to hear music. There's people that more important than playing music for me. It's people that know how to listen to it. I come from the genre of jazz background, and if you were to equate music with math, which it is, and it does reflect your consciousness as far as that math. Jazz is moving into just the whole spectrum. There's all math there. In fact, music is all math. Yeah, if you listen to country music, watch out. It's like a hit of fluoride. It's very dangerous. But the music itself, yeah, it is. It's the same as well, just it's plus and minus math. It's just basic plus and minus. There isn't any hardly even any division or multiplication. It's just and getting. I don't mean to diss country western, but please stay away from it, especially modern day country western music. Oh my God, all of it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that nobody from my generation has really stepped up yet at two. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring back what music really is, and I was just explaining. It's math, and it's your consciousness level reflected right there. I mean, my friend, good friend, she says, no, I like to find out what a person's consciousness level is by the kind of music they listen to. Like what are they listening to, right? And boy, watch out for those people that listen to country western music and actually start singing the lyrics to the song. I'm like, oh. No singing, by the way. Fuck you. I'm an instrumentalist, and you can get plenty of emotions across just by playing like one note and holding it, and you just look around, and they go. The cool thing is that you got free meals forever once you really fucking plug it in, and the kids are like, I want that, and they're like, that's all they do. And I've had kids come back to me. This is, well, because it was like 30 years I had this little thing that happened. It was just a click. And it really depends on if you have um, what is called chemistry between the people that are playing. A lot of people will say that with the jazz musicians. With jazz, a lot of people get together. Now we have Kenny Burrell coming together with Jimmy Smith, and there's Red Mitchell on bass or something like that. And they don't have like band names like this is Led Zeppelin or this is fucking Wallflower crap. No, it's just these are these people that play like this and they fucking are great and listen to this today. Why? Well, that's the least you can do because the music transcends the medium, baby. And that's what you're doing. You're saying, no, get out of your mind and get into heaven, baby. This is my fucking world, right? Musicians, real live musicians, that can really bring you to that very outer space beyond mind, which is never not going to be now. You won't experience it. This is what's really cool about this day and age where it's like so lost and everybody's like with having been dragged over here to the Britney Spear and dragged over there to the whatever queer. Sorry. Um, bring back music in your neighborhoods, please. Play it together. It's very important. They used to ring bells at the church. It was before there was an intention behind it. Who knows? Maybe there was a God. I don't know. You know what I mean? There is though. There's two. There's two types here. I was telling you about the two minds. There's the mind of God and or God. I don't know. These people are hung up on words. Atheists are like, ah. It's like, oh, I see what your problem is. You're at heist. Yeah. Your perception is robbed. Somebody who has never made a connection to the outer space realm. Space is what we make music with, by the way. It's not the tones. It's the space between the tones, very carefully measured. It is so phenomenal, and that's what we're doing. We're actually communicating with God right there. And in fact, there's nobody there. Okay, the best shit. People are like, well, when are you gonna do that again? Well, maybe next week. I got a bill to pay. What the fuck, bitch? You gonna pay me at this point? Because I've been so isolated and I have achieved so much through meditation. Oh, I've been attacked by people. They do see me, and all I can do is attack. If I choose to go to somebody's house or make an appearance, I hope that they can pay me. Even if they come down my driveway, excuse me, what are you doing here? I don't want you to waste my time. I'm certainly not wasting your time. Not on Facebook. Not when I'm in your studio playing a goddamn guitar. People can't keep up with me, that's fine. But I'm here to bring you all up. Cram, 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 babes. Fucking now is it, baby. Don't miss it. The problem that we have with the narcissist, and I notice it's the draconian society, they're not present. They're not a present. I call it the non-present presence society. And the thing is they're very, very desperate. They're paranoid, they're desperate, and they move to it. They are fitting in. They're creating cliques. They attract people with their mesmerizing ability to perform as if they were human, and they're not. See, there's something always off about it. You can't fool the children either. Some of them are just like they'll just give you a stoic look, and anyway, when I talk about the reptilian shape shifting, in fact, it is the same traits. It's the same with narcissism. If that's what we're looking at, it's the mind that okay. So you're in a holographic field, and you are being it's infiltration. Now I talk about the universe. Uh, there are interdimensional parasites. They don't like the laws of the universe. In fact, they're kind of allergic. You can so your narcissist, you'll figure um, they experience success, but here's the here's the phenomenon. See, if you don't know that you're dealing with people that are upside down, your up is their down. In other words, what makes you happy as a human being makes them uncomfortable and sad. You notice that if you're next to one and you start getting comfortable, happy, decompressed, content, they start getting incontent, less decompressed, antsy, and something's happening. Yeah, their up is our down. Their What makes them feel good? Oh, most likely you're not feeling good now. No, they're probably riding on you over it too. It's just that's how it goes. It's like, wait a minute. So you can have the same conversation about success and all that, but then you have to realize, wait a minute, you can use the same exact words. And they're like, yeah, and you're all holier than thou together. And it's like, no, actually, look for the shape shifting part. And now here's what I want to repeat the word pupil. Because, okay, as a spiritual teacher of sorts, me, very difficult here in the West, by the way, to say that to people, a spiritual teacher, all of the narcissists, they just flashed black eyes, went back to, oh, nicey nice. You mean nicey nice? You're on ice. You're icy ice. And we know that. That's cold-hearted people that are playing a game that says, I'm doing this better than you. And they fucking manipulate you with resources. That's what's going on. The backdrop says, let's do this. And if you don't notice, it's like, no, if you're doing it right, if you're saving your bodily health, you are buying the higher alkaline water. You're not buying even Aquafina. You're just making sure, is this fucking point nine? And you do it because your body feels it. This is number one. A lot of people think you're imagining it. It's like, no, I'm living. But unfortunately, see, there's a reason why they make it that money needs to pay for that water. And here's the thing, is because the more less enlightened you are, the more that you are out of touch. And you have somebody poisoning your water in your own community that's small. That's what happened here in Idlewild. They eventually poisoned it. It was about 2008 that they got here, and they're paid to do that. They take grants. The people in position of power there, see, there were people that were living in tension, and you wouldn't believe the instructions in Idlewild. It used to be $9 a month for water because there's a never-ending source here as far as the spring, because there are springs. There are underground aquifers that are fucking thousands of years old under this. It's a ruined site. Yeah, it used to be a city-sized castle, 4 miles high. Anyway, let's get back to. And Boo, our mascot. Oh God, oh God, yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Chim chim and ban and loop. It's important to have um, the things that bring you joy and give you positive energy, because people are not going to be doing it for you. And the sad thing is that it's excruciating because there is a way when you become more and more human that no, you're doing hands-on with each other. And some of the movies here that I've made have us statues. Sorry, I get irritated because it's like, okay, so why am I explaining all this to these people? I'm supposed to, and I'm supposed to keep radiating. Yeah, it refines. I'm a creator, and I know I've done it with music the same way, the same thing. And I'm doing it for my satisfaction. It's satisfying. No, when you hit the truth, when you hit God, your whole body feels that you're doing instant healing. People that play music really actually play music. they're they're involved with the most healing fucking thing in the world. Just the sounds themselves. You don't have to be an amazing. Just one tone will heal you if you really. That's what they're doing with the. Well, here's the 528 hertz. Listen to that. The color green, heart chakra. Here's the 432. That's the, what is that? Is it the crown chakra? I forget. Yellow color. It's all correlating like that. That's real science. A lot of people say prove it. And it's like, well, you know what? After a while, you say, you know what? Okay, you need to prove to me that you have a heart first. And are you feeling things? Are you having experiences? Like, do you know that there's a difference between a fucking GMO potato and a non-GMO potato? I mean, if you, I'm a super sensitive. I can feel a gnat's eyelash landing on my own property because I have a big like a wide aura. I go, what was that? And that's eyelash has landed 90 feet away. So that's I'm just describing. It's like I can hear people sometimes. Like what I okay. So have you ever had your ears ring? That's a sign that somebody is speaking about you or thinking about you. Even if a demonic entity is thinking and speaking about you, which I have not heard it more so in my life than in the last fucking 3 years. And it's a sure sign. No, it says, nope, up, watch out, Shauna. There are people, the demonic people are now talking and thinking about you. And it's like, it's a low tone. It's a low tone in in the right ear. It is so low, it's like, boo. I love it because it fucking informs me. But see, I'm in contact with benevolent beings that are fucking high tones. And it's like, they're like, and it comes with the feeling too. It comes with the, like, oh, I'm on it. Yeah, and then well, then there's tendonitis where if you fly in airplanes, you definitely are getting it. Yeah, you should protect yourself somehow from the pressure, the pressure problem. You can heal tendonitis, therefore, but not in this country. You can't heal anything. I'm in the USA, and no, it's that way worldwide though. There's a satanic cult that is making a business out of your very biological faculties until you wake the fuck up and say, "Excuse me." And I'm a friend. What are you? That's another thing I'm going to keep drilling into you guys is that do you know that there's just two types here? There's people that are capable of being a good friend. They're called human beings. In fact, in India, it's not it's well known. It's just they every other person like oh is somebody enlightened over there and they traipse over there and they throw petals on them or they give them an avocado sandwich. The main thing that you do with somebody who's become enlightened that is like I just had some information come in. You ask them questions. After a while, no, if it's really authentic, no, you can ask them questions like anything. You'd be surprised, and they'll just kind of look up, and then they'll come back with the correct truth answer towards it. They revere you. They build a shrine around it. It's common over there in India. What's also common is that those people too. They're being poisoned. Yeah, especially from the Western place. You can't really visit the United States and be a shaman or a real life good friend guru that way. No, because they threaten, if they're really authentic, they threaten the system. The system is to harness you through your mind, get into your belief, and then make you fear death and all this shit. See, the best guru that we could ever really turn our awareness towards is Christ Jesus, who said, "No, there isn't any death, and I'm going to prove to you right now. You won't hear me fucking die. I'm still here." Even though it was 2026 years ago that you hung me up, I made sure that you saw it on public record. Now let's get back to the word pupil. Isn't that a trip how that sorry, it's just I've been talking about the shape-shifting reptilian and how that when okay, it comes time, okay, in your relationships and you're having difficulty with these people, they're hard to work with. They are narcissists. And it's like, wait a minute, you're not really even doing what we're doing. You're doing something else. And they start to get really insecure, and it's like, fuck it. And a lot of times it crashes. You're not going to really reach any peaks. It only goes a certain way. And of course, it's you kind of just accommodating their limitation. I don't know. It can be like that. No, it's very much like that as far as the human occupation versus the non human norm. Yeah, so if anybody of you can hear this, and you're living in my local area, and see the thing is you have to be like basically miserable enough, and you'd be like, see, I'm offering you a place to stay here. I have an entire house that sits empty. There's 4 bedrooms. Here's the thing: is you have to be in your own faculty and know that it's safe because you're safe. Yeah. The people that I built this place in my last lifetime, and I was very much in shape even when I was 72. I built this place when I was 70. And then I finished. I was moving slow, but no, I could climb ladders, and never do you think it's safe. Once you start thinking it unsafe, once you start, your mind will discourage you from doing all life, basically. It'll come in such a way to you finally, like in such a just it's like I guess you know it is the narcissist too. The mind and the narcissist are the same, and they get glimpses of reality. It's like they'll pop in and out, and then really there you are right there, and you can watch it. It's like oh okay, they just arrived. No, not really. It's called arrival. In the East, they call it arrive. Have they arrived? Or they call it reached. I guess it's a reach. I don't know. But did you see my last video about what I'm trying to tell you about? That okay, so that's the world. That's not the world. That's too bad. So this is a trip. See, this thing came from me. This guy, um, for me. That I got this pamphlet. This man. He's about 65, 70, and these men at this age, I'm telling you, they really like me, right? They're like, Dolly, Dolly, and it's almost like the cabal. It's like, no, why aren't you satiated? How come you can't find respect for me? You're just looking at me like an object. And he wants to give me something. He's like, first of all, I was at the gas station, and this was a long time ago, about a year and a half ago, and and I can read people so fucking easily. This is the thing about how I'm alone, and I love being alone. How I'm able to be alone is just I'm very sharp. I'm not perfect, but there's something to understand about somebody like me in the West here. It's well understood in the East, but it's not understood in the West. And I'm glad I'm kind of protected where I am by my ancestry. I have such protection about my life here, even though I'm being attacked. No, those attacks are supposed to happen, and I'm supposed to like realize who I am through it. And you should too. Like, do you experience attack or what? Fuck man, you're lucky if you don't. That means that I don't know. Boom. There's an attack. Now, what's left? My people. My people. Yes, people cannot. We cannot stand this freaking fuzzy trail getting right in. Ah, that's not my people. Easy to get rid of them. See, that's exactly what the human being is supposed to do right now. Is to see when Jupiter goes into Leo. Um, in June here of this year, that's when everybody's going to get into their child self because that's the way you defeat the enemy. Okay, so the only way that you can get into your child self is when you just stay available to the truth. Keep learning, keep busting your mind apart and putting the experience of the truth there. And you do that by handling a higher learning tool. Number one is the body. The body will tell you when you're doing it right or wrong. But then, see, for me, it's been a musical instrument. I'm a very musical person. So when you get an instrument that's made for music, pulling music out, the instrument is made to where when I touch it, it it vibrates music in such a way because I'm the vibrator. The instrument is able to conduct what I'm able to do. I noticed that instruments that cost more, they're built better and they make me play, and it pulls it out of me. And I have audiographic memory, so I know how to remember like what just happened, especially if it's recorded. Yeah, it's important to record everything, and then it's like if you want to do it, like then it's just if you want to really hit that, um, play it again, play it exactamundo, the same way. That's my audiographic memory. And that's the way I know how to work. That's the work I do. I've talked about music here. I've talked about some things. And it's important for me to do that because some people are trying to, maybe they'll try to get back to me and they want to do things. Like, well, did you remember what we already kind of worked on something? And I would like my ability to progress to start moving on. And it's difficult. I know. It's difficult to get, first of all, if nobody's really interested in music, but they're only interested in their selfishness about, I don't know, I'm interested in the music, man. And so it happened for me where they were too. They just wanted to hold it together and they're looking at each other like, what the hell? And all it takes is like three people. I remember. Well, yeah. Well, for me, three. Bass, rhythm guitar. That's the classic rock band, right? But I could be an individual. See, if I had a sitar, I know I can play a sitar. I can play pretty much any instrument that's not so difficult, like the fucking horn or the trumpet. It's like, oh man, that is such. See, did you know that the hardest instrument to play out of all the musical instruments to turn it righteously musical is the voice? Yeah. First of all, you have to know music. You're turning your very voice box into the musical instrument that a musical instrument is capable of doing the vibrato and hitting the exact. Like, okay, for instance, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, um, all these really good singers. I think of the black people because they are so good. It's a discipline. They have turned their voice box into a musical instrument, and they are so in tune with the slightest even crack. And the yeah, I can hit a note. Yeah, sorry, I'm talking about it here, but I can hit all my life I can sing on tune and on pitch, on tune. But for the first time, see a professional singer. His name was Warren. I mean, he was a professional in his life, and he was successful, and so he has a story about that. But it has to do with the cabal and Germany, and making them sick with the Morgellons, and it's like, ooh, how that's interesting. That's the most. Anyway, who knows? I trip out. But anyway, he taught me. It took about 2 years and a half for me to understand what he was saying, and then now I know how to sing. I thought I knew how to sing, but now that I learned how to move the air through, and 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 he described it like as a controlled cry. And once I learned that, now no, my voice sounds so much different, and I can project it. Well, I'm used to projecting it because I've worked with people that I don't know why they would always turn my mic down. But it's weird working with people that aren't really musicians, that are only doing, well, let's talk about narcissists holding up things for the sake of just getting supply, and they're not really interested in the subject matter. They never go any farther with it than just, well, so much time I got, and we'll do this, sure. But it's essential that they really do it because it garnishes attention. That's all they do things for, is to get attention. It's not for that because they found something and it really brings them joy, and now they're going to share it. Because otherwise, right, you would be getting a different feeling up on stage from them. That particular subject matter would bring you joy. Now, okay, let's talk about like satanic music, where it's just like, it's almost just a garbage truck sound going down the road, and then there's somebody screaming, and they're literally, if you listen to it, they're in pain, and it's a warlock singing, saying, "I will, I have done, I have been, I have slaved, I have done, it's like, okay, that's there, it is there." Yeah. I like Metallica. I'm sorry, just going on and on. It's actual classical music. I can differentiate. I can see. I listen to it and I'm like, yeah, it's musical, but it sounds like a trash truck. See, a real life musician, um, you can be blow drying your hair or whatever you're doing, and you can hear the music in there. You're like, you start singing with it. Yeah, you do it a bagpipe. So with sound, I have audiographic memory. I can remember a tap, like a buzz or something like. It's like, oh, that was 15 of them, and it went like this. Kind of autistic that way, right? And that's where it's like, well, I got to make this work for me, babes. I got to make you work for me. Again, wouldn't it be interesting to live with somebody like me, right? I actually stay out of people's hair 100%. If I am calmed down enough with my $600 a month, and you can live here, open up your shop in the bottom. I have a friend who I think she borrowed money to get in the shop genre up there, and it's like, ooh, how's that going? Difficult, right? All the overhead's way too much, and are people really interested? See, right now, and this person knows this too. Happy birthday, by the way. We're not in contact, right? We're just not in each other's lives. We fall out. See, now this is what I wanted to talk about too, is the people that I've fallen out with in my life. Um, I don't think we could ever like get back together because There wasn't an understanding as to why we separated. I know I have my understanding, and I can try and let them know my story, but they don't want to know it, and that's why precisely that we had to separate, because it's like, well, I'm here, babes. There's something about it where when you start clashing, and you will start clashing. Not every friendship is perfect. No, you'll have a clash, but here's what's cool about it. You recognize it, and you just kind of you say, oh, that, and you can have a sense of humor about it. You can figure, no, you're actually complimenting each other because, well, you knew that that person lacked in that area, but you can actually help them in that area because they have some area that they can help you with, like that. Otherwise, get away from each other, right? And that's what I've had to do. I've figured, well, I brought a lot to the table with projects and stuff like that, and it's just I always felt like, oh, wait a minute, but I don't get as much attention, right? Now, what I mean is more like my material doesn't get expanded upon. I'm not really being seen. I'm being used, and it's like it's weird. It's like after a while, a narcissist needs a babysitter. They just need somebody there. Like, oh, it's happening now, we're really doing it. It's like, not really. Can you loosen up a little bit, and let's get into the material. Allow space, put a blindfold on and listen. So anyway, I don't think I'm going to be releasing this video because I don't know, but it's a cram course. Did you get your cram course? Fuck, you need it from me, babes. I don't like people coming to me and saying, oh, I seen you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You don't know me. I have a home where when I walk down the driveway, I disappear into a bush. Nobody sees me. I can walk around naked there. In fact, I have. I nude bathe often on my own property. I hear a drone sometimes comes around, and I think that it's some people that are they're boundary breakers, and it's just I wish that I had a counteract to the drones that come around. But maybe it's the electric company did tell us that they're going to be flying a helicopter and then a drone, and I've seen it. They come down onto my property, and it's a drone sitting right there, and they're looking at the pole and the wire, and there I am nude sunbathing. Like, transparency is the best security. Now that's one. See, what women don't know, especially extremely beautiful women, and I think there's such a thing. In my day, they used to have centerfolds. Men would go. I think even women did. They knew that they were awesome. They're like, well, here, take a picture, last longer. But that's kind of went out the door, right? People are like, I'm healthy. You. Sorry. You fucking hate me. And the thing is that I don't have anything against them. Whoosh, I don't know what. Never mind. Fuck. The average American, I guess. By the way, they are farming you up. You are in a farm here. Let's open the episteme file. How long have they been eating people? Apparently they get high on the blood of people who are in terror. Like in China. Boy, minute 58. Cram course! Such a big place over there. There are so many people that they basically just scoop people up. They kidnap adults and they sell organs, kidneys, whatever you need a kidney transplant. We have one right now. Yes, miraculously somebody just died. Yeah, right. No, they're scooping people up according to what's needed. Oh, the next day we have it. Um, well, they don't use anesthesia to take the organs out of people. And see, one thing you should never do is get any kind of transplants from anybody's organs. That's a satanic fucking practice. Another thing you should never do either, hate to break it to you, people that are giving blood, you don't do that. And you don't get a blood transfusion. No, it's common. Okay, some people that receive a heart from a person who knows who they were. Did you know that they receive their fucking memories and shit, and they almost become that person. Like, things start to overlay and interrupt their life about something, and in themselves and out. Yeah, yeah. If they like fucking sew somebody else's hand on, It's like, because it's not their hand, it communicates a whole different thing to them. And they're like, well, this hand does something different, really. So that's why you don't want to do that. But they do it. They do it. Why? Because Satan loves it. Satan loves it. This right here, that's not Satan. That's not the world. That's God right there. Saying, this is my place. There's such a beautiful opportunity here. You better figure out, like, what some of us are talking about, like here. We're like, babes, we don't see you. We are privileged to have just stayed away. See, a lot of people don't know that staying away from people is actually a privilege, because you'll begin to see something and you'll never go back. I mean, you will, but will you pay us? We're not wasting your time. Not at all. Not when we see you. If you're a master, Buddha, you're having a conversation, and did you know that it's impossible? You want to stay away from narcissists because there is no rhyme or reason going on within their field. It's like when you get close to a really malignant case. Now, I'm talking about, did you see the reptilian shapeshifters? Those people. My experience is, because I have a pretty good mind, and I'm very intuitive, and I can go in and out of information field, and I can. But see, these people, it's like this. Okay, you're cruising along. Here they are. Here you are. Now you're getting within their field of like radiation. It's like a Gwen tower. Now it's like, now you're getting interference. You're like, what is this? And it's not that bad, but then now especially it gets bad when you start trying to associate with them. Now you're associating and you're trying to follow a mental train. Maybe you're going to have a community. Are you going to communicate at all? The thing is no. What it is, okay, it's equal. Now this is what it is. You're experiencing a gaslight. You're experiencing somebody there who's not really there. Period. What I have said is the truth. Now, I'm just a Barbie doll sitting in the San Jacinto Mountains, but you can get online and you can start connecting dots, and through worldwide renowned psychologists. Some of them are better than others. Some of them, the best ones, are more like, no, and do you realize it's interdimensional? Do you realize that there is spiritual possession? Do you realize that the world is not the earth, and that there's a problem with translation? Do you realize that some of us, after a while, we spent so much time when we've been left alone, but we see something, we see like two sides, we don't give a shit. And here's the well, there's only so much time here. So here's the hymn for the next 20 years. That, well, this is what Aquarius sings, and it's a very, very profound statement. It comes from a very, something like, it's like, uh-oh, that person knows something way more, and they're not putting up with it. And here's the statement that you will hear: I don't care anymore.